I'm looking for big bucks. I won't be working, you will be working.
Lord Sugar's on the hunt for a brand new business partner.
The whole point of this is to prove that we can start a business with £250,000. This is not about chancing your arm. I want a business model, a business plan. I want someone who's going to go for it.
Ready to fight for his funding, 20 aspiring entrepreneurs.
This place is full of sharks. You've got a noose here around your neck. I am the judge, jury, and executioner.
On the table, a £250,000 investment and a 50-50 partnership with Britain's toughest backer.
Someone must think they're being clever. That is not a bleeding skeleton, OK? That's a skeleton.
Right, guys, go, go, go.
It's a deal worth fighting for.
I am like 3 times more successful than you are, Daniel.
Great.
That performance is absolutely appalling.
You basically just stole that diamond off him.
20 candidates.
I just feel so proud of what we have done.
12 tough weeks.
What do men dislike the most? Vegetables, waxing, or cricket?
One life-changing opportunity.
You're fired. You're fired. You have got a lot to learn. You're fired.
Previously on The Apprentice.
You are going to come up with premium puddings.
Project manager Roisin
Sophisticated cheesecake.
poured her energy into Teapot.
What I like about it is you've taken the nation's favourite drink and one of the nation's favourite desserts, and you've blended them with a bit of fun.
While on Katie's team,
I thought a trifle different.
Yeah, I like that.
a recipe for disaster.
That's horrible.
The second one that you've got now is the blackberry, finished with dried yuzu fruit.
And under pressure,
Did you say died?
Dried.
Dried.
Sorry, dried.
Mark choked.
Would you like some water?
Yes, please, that would be great. I'm very, very sorry. That was so embarrassing.
Served up in the boardroom,
They thought it was wonderful.
a sweet deal for Roisin.
20,000.
Very well done.
But for Katie,
I cannot see how a restaurant is going to work with you and I.
no sugar coating.
You're fired.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Then Sanjay was sent on his way.
I'm waiting to hear about the money. You're fired.
They became the 14th and 15th casualties of the boardroom. Now, 5 remain to fight for the chance to become Lord Sugar's business partner. One week to go.
Hello.
Good morning. Lord Sugar would like you to meet him at the Leadenhall building tomorrow morning. Please have your business plans ready.
Thank you. Guys, we need to meet at the Leadenhall building tomorrow morning with Lord Sugar. We have to bring our business plans. It's happening.
For the final 5, 24 hours to perfect their plans. Holder of the highest sales figures, but worst record overall, digital marketing man Mark Wright.
The process has been far harder than I expected. I'm feeling bruised and battered, but I've learnt so much. Nothing before matters. It's all about tomorrow. That's it.
Technology entrepreneur Solomon Akhtar is the youngest survivor.
I am only 23, but I think that's a great thing. I've got lots of energy. I am an ideas person. I don't think they're that interested in how much money it's going to make in year 1, year 2, year 3. It's all about the idea.
Sharing highest ranking in the process and owner of a top 100 startup, Bianca Miller.
I've worked so hard to get to this stage. I really need to be able to convey my credibility tomorrow and prove myself as a businesswoman who has an investable business proposition to give to Lord Sugar.
Quiz company owner Daniel Lassman has faced the final boardroom 4 times.
One thing that I will say in this process I've proved is determination, motivation and passion. That's all you really need.
1.519.
I've learned so much about myself. I feel like I've grown as a businessman. I'm a fighter. I'm so close, I can't let this opportunity go.
Holding joint best record in the process, former accountant Roisin Hogan has stood out all the way.
I know my business plan is really solid. I believe in it so much that I actually left my job to pursue this. Sorry. Can I just take a second? Sorry. Don't know what's happening. Just thought about it there. It means everything to me.
"6 a.m.
I can't believe it's finally here.
I know.
I didn't sleep that well last night. I was worried. I've thought about every question they're going to ask. Yeah, I'm worried.
Plans in hand, it's off to the city.
I don't know, mine feels more like a winner, Dan.
Yours feels heavier. You got bigger font than me.
Have you included in your financials, Solomon?
I've got the nitty-gritty stuff sort of in my mind.
The Leadenhall Building. At 224 metres, latest addition to London's skyline.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lord Sugar.
It was 11 weeks ago you started on this process in one of the oldest markets in the city, and now you're in a brand new skyscraper. And like you, it's not open for business yet. I've only got a very brief understanding of what your business plans are about. So I'm going to put you in front of 4 of my trusted advisors. They will report back, and in the end, 2 of you will go through to the final, and 3 of you will be leaving the process. Now, please hand your business plans over to Karen and Nick.
I don't want to know what any of your plans are. I don't care what your plans are. I just want to focus on mine, and I want to focus on getting to the final, to be totally honest.
Waiting upstairs, 4 of Lord Sugar's most trusted advisors.
Good morning.
Take a seat.
With a gift for reading between the lines, publishing heavyweight Mike Suter.
The business idea is to create hosiery for different skin tones and also to create a shapewear range.
So you want Lord Sugar to get into tights?
Yes.
That's an interesting visual image.
Managing director of a leading media agency, Claudine Collins.
So you built your main company at university, but you've got a side project called Willie Keeney. What is that?
Her job today, expose the people behind the plans.
Well, basically, it's kind of like a mankini, but it's a smaller version of it. Obviously, male.
Okay, got it.
Claude Littner, Lord Sugar's former global troubleshooter.
Hi, Daniel. Sit.
Hi, pleased to meet you.
Here to uncover the pitfalls of each potential partner.
You any good at numbers? Not really. I concentrate on what I'm good at. That's the truth, Claude.
It's embarrassing that you don't know the numbers, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's something I'm definitely going to take away from this. The importance of knowing your yearly accounts.
Well, daily.
Finally...
Hiya. Mark. How are you?
Take a seat. Recruitment specialist and former winner of Lord Sugar's investment, Ricky Martin.
I look at CVs day in, day out, and I've got used to looking at where the bullshit is. And it says that you joined the company with at the moment in September 2012 as a sales manager, is that correct?
No, I joined them in September as an internet marketing consultant.
So why would your CV read sales manager?
Oh, OK. I think basically I've summarised what my longest time in the business was.
How long have you been a sales manager for?
It was just under a year.
I see that as being deceitful.
I think it's going to be one of the toughest days in the whole process.
No matter what's in your business plan, they will ask you something that you haven't even thought of yet.
Sounds easy, not.
Daniel's the best to go first.
Why?
Or if you go after him, you'll look good, won't you?
Daniel, you obviously take enormous pride in your sales abilities, I see from your CV.
Yeah.
In 2009, you say you were named Salesperson of the Year at the company that you worked for. When we contacted them for a reference, they said you absolutely did not win an award.
Yeah, no. I was awarded with the highest figures. I was the highest...
You weren't awarded with the highest figures?
Yeah, it was a fact, though.
Tell me about your business plan.
We ship startups as a logistics company for university students and also for new businesses. So if you're running a company and you don't have time to package, ship, store, stock, say there's glass, we send your glasses straight from the supplier in China to our warehouse, and you'll know that as soon as you get an order, all we need to do is check your app. You get a notification each one of these ships out our warehouse.
Okay, can you put that down somewhere and you can break it?
Sorry.
You come across like an excitable puppy.
Are there any other exaggerations, lies within your CV?
In fact, to be honest, Mike, I would honestly say that the CV is probably under-exaggerated.
You and Daniel are very competitive.
I think we have similar backgrounds. We haven't been to university, we've come from sales, so that's where that's come from.
You've been head-to-head in that
We've been
respect.
head-to-head the whole time, but I have sold a lot more than he has.
Mark ended up bringing in almost 20 times more than you. It makes him look like an absolutely stellar salesman and you like quite an ordinary one.
Yeah, well, I've got an answer to that. I was selling £50 caps when he was selling £3,000 hot tubs.
If he doesn't shut up about those hot tubs, honestly,
Oh, my
I
God.
am going to throw him out the window.
I landed my manager a fantastic product to sell, but I wasn't allowed to sell it. If we had the same product to sell, then judge us.
Mind you, even when you take that particular result out of your sales, he still outsold you.
May I get the figures? Because it must have been extremely close.
He outsold you.
If it was
So
close...
this wasn't luck?
But no,
This was consistency.
Honestly, guys, I felt Roisin and Bianca's business plans, they're pretty weighty.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of time doing all the nitty-gritty. I personally don't think life's about that.
Roisin's a dark horse, seriously. If she goes up there and has a good interview, she'll go into the final. She's that calibre.
So, in a nutshell,
Yeah.
summarise exactly what your business proposition is.
OK, my business proposition is a virtually carbohydrate-free, ultra-low-calorie ready meal. This business has the potential to be bigger, I think, than any other proposition here today.
OK. You've said on your CV that you're an accountant and you'll always be an accountant.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Do you think that's a good thing? Lord Sugar's looking for a business partner, he's not looking for an accountant.
The business plan is about revolutionising the combined hosiery and shapewear market. Lots of women have great difficulty finding tights that are the right colour for them. And equally, finding shapewear that works, that's comfortable, that can be used regularly.
OK, right. You're starting with 2 offerings, and it will be hard enough to actually do one.
Okay.
But to actually decide to go into both of them at the same time...
I understand your concerns, but I know from speaking to women and my stylist speaking to women that this is an issue.
I think the proposition, as you've put it, is a non-starter.
Mark doesn't deal well with surprises. He hates surprises. He likes planning. He likes methodical thinking. if someone puts something in me, like someone whips out a fish or something random, I can react to that.
Yeah,
but I think Mark wouldn't know how to deal with it.
So, Mark, what is your business plan, and is a condensed sentences you can give it to me?
It is an advanced digital marketing company which helps small and medium-sized businesses generate leads.
I run a recruitment company.
OK.
I probably get 20 to 30 calls a day from digital marketing companies. So, you're ringing my business. Sell me a solution to get me higher up on a search engine.
OK, all right. Do you want me to call you now?
Yes, please.
OK. Hi, Ricky. It's Mark Wright here. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
So, Solomon, you describe yourself as somebody from the ideas generation.
I'm always tapping away on my phone, using notes for what ideas I'll probably come up with, you know, 1 or 2 a day.
You must think they're pretty good ideas, otherwise you wouldn't tap them down into your phone, right?
Yeah, I think some of them are really good ideas, yeah.
Well, shall we test that out then?
Yeah.
I had your phone brought from the house.
OK.
Go on.
Thank you.
Pitch me some.
OK, cool. So one is called Breakfast in Bed.
Okay.
It's an idea where you can send the ingredients to make a breakfast to someone in the UK.
Haven't you just described online shopping?
I'm a local business consultant that works in your area. Basically, what I can do is come in and assess your website. When people come to your website, where they're clicking, how they're interacting with the site.
I've got to stop you, Mark. I haven't got the time for this call.
So I'm just having a quick look, because obviously there's a lot of other different things in here, as well as good ideas. Well, okay, well, another one is, I was thinking when I was working really, really long hours, wouldn't it be great at lunch hour? A lot of people are saying, I wish I could just have a kip. I was thinking, why not open a shop on the high street? You can pay and you can actually just have a single bed and refresh yourself during the day. You know, we will work such long hours.
So you've just described a hotel.
Do you know what, Mark? I've got 20 of your calls a day. Why should I trust you? You've got no trading history.
Ricky, let me come in, buy you a coffee, have half an hour of your time, and I guarantee you'll be impressed. If not, we'll shake hands and go the other way.
Give me more confidence, Mark. What qualifications do you have in what you do?
OK. I've been working with one of the major search engines.
Qualifications, not experience.
Oh, qualifications,
yes.
OK. OK. It depends what you
really
deem
sorry,
as
Mark. I've got to go. I've got a meeting to go to.
OK.
The point I'm making is there is a lot more that you need to think about if you can make this business work.
Sure.
Rescue the situation with a simple but brilliant idea direct from the ideas generation.
Well, what about my business plan? That came from my phone, and I think that's one of the best ideas I've had. We ship startups.
I've seen your business plan, and I think there's some real flaws in there. It's 8 pages long. Almost half of it is pictures.
I know this sounds naive, but it's all about the idea, making sure there's a brilliant idea.
It's just not a business plan.
I've taken the biggest risk of all. You know, I've given up a job that it was, you know, very safe, secure, very lucrative, that I was really good at, and I've really backed myself. I definitely am very ambitious with my business, and I think it has the potential to be a global and international product.
Have you actually run a business, though?
No, I've never run my own business.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
And you haven't really got any experience in this area, have you?
No, but obviously I eat food.
I think with Roisin, she's accountant trying to go into ready meals. That's a tough ask.
I think she'll get a lot of stick about her experience. Would you want to put up $250,000 into someone who, yeah, is clued up and got an idea, but never gone down that route? You know, it's a tough industry to crack. I don't think it's a surefire thing at all.
It's been through market research to a certain extent.
Has it? How many people have you?
Well, I've had one focus group, six respondents in the focus group, and then family and friends.
So sorry, I just want to check that I'm not getting this wrong.
Sure.
You're talking about millions of pounds and a global business that's been tested on 6 people and friends and family?
Yeah.
What is the big idea of your business plan?
The idea is for me to go from my current successful pub quizzes company, grow it, expand it into my own events company. So my idea is to run the whole event, find them the venue, find them the entertainment, find them the catering, everything, and just...
Right, let me stop you there.
Okay.
Absolutely fine. You're providing the whole package. I completely understand that. That's not what you're doing.
Effectively, that is the business plan. We're running it exactly like an events company. The only difference is it's based on the internet, simply just give us an edge. When you go online, you've got a visual aid to sort your event on the internet.
This is where it's going to get a bit sticky for you because, frankly, your business plan is ridiculous. If I've got my one big day of my life, a wedding, OK, I'm not going to trust it to a website. What you've suggested is genuinely, significantly flawed.
I've stuck to what I know. I've got an idea that I really believe in here.
Don't talk rubbish, OK, because I'll have you for it.
Well, I just believe in an idea, Claude. I don't disbelieve what you're saying. I just think there's a different way around it, to be honest.
It is ridiculous. Honestly, it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Let's move on to your business idea. So this is hosiery, tights.
Tights.
And also shapewear.
I think with hindsight, we're offering the shapewear way too early in the grand scheme of things in the plan, and we should really work on the hosiery first, get that right, and then maybe offer that later down the line.
You're changing your mind?
I'm not changing my mind, but what I think is that, you know, my plan is very ambitious. You know, in terms of business, I am quite young. I am quite new to business. But I really believe I have the passion, the drive, and the determination to bring this to market, and I really believe it will work.
OK. So I spoke to one of Britain's leading fashion editors about the concept of nude tights. And she said, you're really onto something.
Thank you.
You've given an enormous amount of detail, and I promise you I've spent hours and hours on this thing. You make lots of claims here, and it's hard to know where to start, but the trouble about your business plan is you've gone global from day one, virtually.
Well, I wouldn't agree with that. I do think it has the potential to go global. But it's a focused launch initially with maybe 100 stores from a key retailer.
100? Oh, you're dreaming. If you're incredibly lucky, they'll trial it in 3 stores.
Even if I get it into those 3 stores, they will sell out and they will put it in 100 stores. They'll put it in thousands of stores. Well, I wouldn't be here if I thought the same way.
You might be. In the event that you did get the £250,000 investment, you'll blow the money in no time.
Well, no.
You run out of cash. Month 2, no cash.
Well, no, the 250, you see, the way I've structured the cash flow is that 50% of my sales will be on credit, 50% will be cash up front.
That's ridiculous.
OK.
Nobody's going to give you credit. Nobody's going to give you credit. Why would anyone give you credit? It's ridiculous. You're a tiny operator.
And
you're not even a blip on anyone's screen.
Do you know what? OK.
Not in a month of Sundays.
OK. I don't know what to feel, to be honest.
Was that the worst? Which would you say your worst is?
You know, when I think back over all of them now, when now I've done 3, I think they're all equally bad.
You've lost 7, you've won 3, you lost when you were project manager.
I thought, to be honest with you, I would breeze through it. It's been all but that. I'm very lucky to still be here.
On the last task, you had a particularly difficult time.
I went into one of the biggest supermarkets in the UK. It was the last pitch of the day. I'd sold how good of a salesman I am, how good of a pitcher I am. Went in there and no words would come out of my mouth. It was so embarrassing because ever since I was little, I wanted to be a businessman. And I was thinking the most ridiculous things, like I wanted to make my mum and dad proud that I got into the final 5, and I crumbled, and I shouldn't be making those mistakes.
OK.
Two down, 2 to go. I'm enjoying it, actually, to be honest with you.
I can't wait to meet the old boy Claude. I generally feel quite excited about the prospect of going in there. I think it's all about ideas. My idea generally is amazing.
Good luck.
Yeah, you'll do great.
Yeah, that's quite high.
I hope that Solly pulls his head in from how he sits down here and can be a businessman up there.
Personality and charm are wonderful, but there has to be some substance behind that.
Hi there.
See.
Nice to meet you, Solomon.
Right. This is my 10th year of doing this, and I've got to say that when I read your application form, and then when I read your CV, it filled me with pleasure. There were no boastful brags about how great you are and how you're the greatest salesman or you're the greatest everything. It was very, very mature, very nicely written. So from my point of view, that was a sheer pleasure.
Thank you so much for saying that.
I think it's incredibly enterprising that whilst you were studying, you also started this business, which to all intents and purposes looks like it's taken off. I've never put so many ticks next to anybody.
On your application form, you said you're very competitive,
Very much
you're
so,
a bad loser, you're loud, you're an attention seeker. Do you still stand by all of that?
I feel like I've learned from mistakes and I am a changed person from this process.
Okay.
Come here claiming that I'm the complete businessman, realising I'm far from that. The task 3, 4, 5, I was getting in a lot of arguments, rubbing people up the wrong way. Granted, when going in the boardroom, they got fired. So Lord Sugar obviously saw me as a rough diamond, that he could potentially polish up and make into a real business candidate. And I believe that that's what I am now.
It's impressive.
Thank you very much.
OK, look, I've told you how pleased I was with your CV, and then I came on to actually look at the proposal that you're pitching for Lord Sugar, and frankly, it's a bloody disgrace. It's a bloody disgrace. The 10 years I've done this, I've never seen something that's put together 2 bloody pages with pictures on 1 page. What do you think you're coming here for? What do you think you're coming here for? You can leave. Goodbye.
Can I argue can I just say...
There's nothing to argue. You give me pictures of sailboats. You give me pictures of sailboats. What am I going to work on? Pictures of sailboats? What is that? What is that?
That's legged, yeah, legged.
You're taking the piss. Please leave. That's not the way out.
It's pretty bad.
What happened, joking?
No, I'm not joking.
You are.
I'm not joking, 100%. He looked at my plan and just said, like, what was going through your mind? Like, he said, like, he just lost his mind. It was like, bloody disgrace, get out of the room. And then I said to him, like, well, I'm really sorry, like, can I have a chance? He was like, just get out, like, get out right now. I walked the wrong way because I was confused. I went for the window. I went, like, I didn't know where to go. I was getting out there as quick as possible because he was so angry. Dan, stop laughing. In my naivety, I didn't realise that this needed to be such a comprehensive document. Now I realise my error, obviously, and I'm upset that I haven't done that.
You're a very impressive lady.
Oh, thank you.
Got a very good CV.
Wow, thanks.
Tell me a bit about yourself, though.
OK. Just anything, just background?
Yeah, I just want to know a bit about you.
I am 25. I went to Sydenham High School.
Something that I wouldn't know from reading your CV.
I'm extremely determined. Everything I do is working towards, like, a bigger goal.
So I get the feeling people would know that. Tell me something about yourself that no one would know.
You know, I guess outside of, you know, business life, you know, I love being with my friends and family. They're kind of, you know, really important to me, probably my driving force. I guess people don't really see the kind of emotional side of me, you know. I'm always, I don't know, I'm always perceived as being, you know, the strong businesswoman, and I think that's a good thing.
You talk all the time on your CV about professionalism and being professional. Do you think you take professionalism so far it stops you having a personality? I think, if I'm honest, it feels like you're hiding behind a mask.
The one I can't read into is Bianca.
She's so intimidating and serious and robotic. She puts up a front the whole time.
It's kind of like, oh, you know, you're always trying to be professional. What are you hiding? Like, I'm hiding something. When this is just how I am. I don't know how to... Well, no, I am like this. You know, it's a fair question, but I'm starting to wonder myself. I'm like, God, am I hiding something? I don't know. I don't know.
Claudine has really rattled you.
I just felt like it was quite an attack on me as a person as opposed to anything else. And I think that was quite hard.
Your business plan describes delicious, filling, nutritious ready meals.
But what's really different about these is the unique ingredient that we are using as the basis for these, which is a vegetable fibre. And it can be shaped into different forms like pasta and noodles and rice.
You talk about it being unique, but it's not unique. It's available here in health food shops.
It's available in this form, which is what I call its raw form.
So it's not available in ready meal form?
In ready meal form, or with the...
Wrong. There's a ready meal right there, using that exact ingredient.
I was unaware of that.
You've created an entire business plan here based on the idea of this being a completely unique ingredient which isn't being used in ready meals, and it is, and the proof is here.
Your business plan.
The first business plan I've ever written, as you can probably...
Right, well, most of the content is absolutely bland, standard, nothing original. Sounds like the company you're working for now.
Absolutely. I'm not trying to replicate things that have been done before. However, what I'm trying to do is start with what I know, be very successful in a short time at what I have been successful, and then start to be adventurous and branch out.
How sure are you that you're going to make a success of this?
I've never been more confident of anything in my whole life, and that's why I've chosen to do it right now. I know how to manage people, I know how to sell this stuff, I know how to set it up and implement it correctly, so I'm very comfortable talking about this and operating it.
OK. I think that's a good answer.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Bianca.
Nice to meet you, Bianca. Take a
Nice to meet
seat.
you, Ricky. Thank you.
I've run a business of Lord Sugar for the last 2 years, so I've got a very good idea about what works with him in terms of personalities and what might not work with him. So what I want to get to know is Bianca. That's the most important thing for me. So, your current business, I saw that you charge almost £150 to prepare people for an interview. You charge pretty much £300 to set up a professional networking site. You charge money to write their CV for them. All those things are an added service, an added value to what my business does.
I think that it's great that you offer those services and as part of your business, but most recruitment companies out there do not. There were a lot of requests for people to write a CV for them, to help them one-to-one with interview skills and so on. You know, I think, sorry, one sec. Can I get a tissue? Thanks.
Why are you upset?
Sorry. I'm upset because I think throughout this process, I've been myself. And me as a person and my character has been questioned, and I don't... Sorry, Ricky, give me a second. I don't usually cry in interviews. I wouldn't really give this as good advice for anyone that I speak to, just so you know, especially if they were paying for the advice. You know, I think what I've created as a business plan is a very good business. I agree it probably needs some help. It probably needs more streamlining. But the product, I think, is something that needs to be done, and I think I'm the right person to do it. This is a fantastic opportunity. I really want to work with Lord Sugar. I think I've got something great. I just want that chance. Well, it was horrible.
I don't know what to make of things. I just know I don't feel very positive.
I think it went well.
I'm just really glad it's over. I thought I was really prepared. I thought I had a watertight business plan, but the questions that I got were really, really challenging. To be honest, I don't know how I did.
Interview after interview, my experience kept getting better. Solomon was getting kicked out of rooms, Roisin's business plan was getting questioned. I'm more confident than ever.
I took a few digs and hits. I am a very credible, professional woman, and I'm quite concerned that people think it's a facade.
I wear my heart on my sleeve. That's me. You know, I've got to fight my corner in this boardroom, and that's what I'm going to do.
Key factor is clearly you can learn to write a business plan, but you can't learn to come up with a great idea. And what I've got is a great idea. And if Lord Sugar believes in the idea, then I think he will give me a chance.
This is a very special year. This is the 10th year, can you believe? And what I want is another business partner along the lines of the successes that we've had in the past few years. Ricky himself is now, second year in, successful, profitable. I mean, old habits die hard. I was almost expecting you to come in here with a wheelie case. Well, Claude, you're one of the originators, together with Nick. I think you've worn a bit better, but anyway. So, Claude, do you want to kick us off with Solomon?
Well, I think he's been the best in terms of a CV. I mean, he was an absolute delight. No...
I mean, as far as academic
Yeah, academic, and the whole way he presented himself, I think, was excellent. Also, you've got to admire a guy who's at university but decides to start a business.
His business plan, if I've understood it, is like a fulfilment business, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Fulfilling for students, isn't it?
Students who want to get a product to market, and he will do the logistics for them.
But when it came to looking at the business plan, there were a few pictures of sailboats. There were no numbers.
You could have stuck them on your fridge.
Could have done, exactly. And that's probably where they should go. I had to ask him to leave because how could I come here and pitch for him when he hadn't prepared?
So he's just a very bright young man.
He is. I think
with no business plan.
He's actually quite immature.
Yeah. Yes.
And that worries me.
OK, Bianca.
She's very concerned about her professionalism. It's about personal branding. So
she worries about her image.
She does.
Because that's her business.
Yes, absolutely.
She is a considered woman, actually.
During the interview with Bianca, she got incredibly emotional without too much pressure on her. I think she felt like her personality and her credibility was being insulted. But I think her professionalism would help her make this product a success.
I've had a look at her business plan, the hosiery, the different shades of hosiery.
She thinks there is a demand, and I think she's probably right. I've done some research which I found quite pleasant.
Really?
I did, yes.
You are an expert in that, are you, Claude?
There you go.
Are you an expert?
Yeah, I've done research, yes. I can fill you in later, Alan. But I think that, in all seriousness, there are serious issues about manufacturing.
I know how a manufacturer thinks. I doubt she understands the manufacturing process.
I mean, she has no manufacturing background, but I spoke to a major fashion director about the concept of skin-toned hosiery, and they validated that there's a really large, lucrative market here. I think she's one to take really seriously.
So shall we move on? Mark.
I really liked Mark a lot. He's proposing a business that he knows about.
From what I've understood, it gets people's websites up the pecking order on the major search engines, is that right?
Yeah, he currently works for a digital marketing company. He's done that for a firm for a couple of years and he's been pretty damn good at it, and he wants to do it for himself now.
Can I tell you my take on the thing? He seemed to be a very serious, determined guy. When I asked him about how he would manage the business, he was very, very clear about how he would do it. I thought, and there's only one Ricky, but I thought he was another Ricky.
OK, now, Roisin, someone who's a qualified accountant for a large firm of auditors.
Yeah.
She's going from a bean counter to a bean producer. I just don't get how she just thinks she's going to go into the food business.
She thinks that she will take the market by storm with her range of new diet ready meals, which include a magic ingredient.
What is it, is this thing?
It's a root called konjac. It's fundamentally tasteless, but what it does do is fill you up. She claims in the first line of her business plan she'll be utilising a unique ingredient. It's not unique.
Really?
There are already suppliers of a product very similar to this.
The fact is, I cannot believe that even with your influence, she's going to be able to go to one of the large supermarkets and immediately open the door.
So if Kojak was a new trend, these food bars would know all about this.
And if you look at her cash flow, she's going to run out of money in month 2.
What, my 250 grand?
Yeah, that's gone. You can forget about that.
I am disappointed in hearing what you're saying here.
I would buy her as a person.
I agree.
But her idea and her business plan are just too big.
Daniel.
He's so obsessed with being a super salesman that actually that has turned into a real exaggeration on his CV, where he claims that he won the Salesman of the Year award. Under pressure, it turns out there was no award.
So he should have got an award for his CV, the Booker Prize. For fiction, maybe. Yeah, I mean, he's got spirit, that's what I've found.
He's got spirit. I think that's exactly right. From my point of view, he was a young man who went in the markets, tried his best, did pretty well. He then came up with this quiz idea, and genuinely he has made a business out of nothing. The problem arises with what he wants to do for you. So if you want to plan a wedding, you go straight onto the website, you look at your venue, you look at how many flowers you want, how many people, how many chairs, what band you want, you put it all together, and that's what you do.
So it's like a virtual party planner?
Yes, that's exactly right.
Without actually meeting the people whose party it's going to be, or...?
No.
I think if you went into business with Daniel, he's somebody who would work his fingers to the bone. He wouldn't stop trying. He would die in the attempt. So
or you'd kill him.
Or you'd kill him.
Thanks a lot. Your input has assisted me and given me some ideas.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Yes, Lord Sugar.
Can you send the candidates in, please?
Yes, Lord Sugar. You can go through to the boardroom now.
Here we are in the 11th week, and that in itself is a great achievement, really, OK? You may have even surprised yourself, Daniel, right? Mark, you want to go into a business which actually you have some experience of already, right? It is what I call getting people up the pecking order on the major search engines. You know, there's thousands and thousands of companies out there doing that, don't you, mate?
It's a busy market, yes, but I have a lot of ideas. I've been working in the industry 2 years, and I've already proved a track record in the industry. Last year, I was the #1 consultant for all people that are recognised by the biggest search engine in the world for revenue growth.
All right, I'm going to accept that you're a good salesperson. However, there's running the business.
My parents own several businesses, and I've worked in those as a start-up with a family business, and I know all about what it takes to manage a business in all aspects.
You know, Mark, one of the most stressful periods of anyone's life is setting up a business. The pressure can really get to you, and I've seen what happens to you when the pressure gets to you.
Yeah. Last week.
Absolutely. Lord Sugar, that's the first time that has ever happened to me. I just think that shows how much this process means to me. OK. Bianca, tell me something. My wife must have thought I was a bit nuts the other night, because when I suddenly started talking to her about ladies' tights, and then she looked at me even worse and said, what are you on about? So I said, if you go into one of the leading retailers in the high street, how many can you choose from? Oh, loads. We've got nude, they've got tan, super tan, black, grey, stripes, blah, 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 blah. So what's different?
So I myself have gone to one of the top and most expensive tights retailers and tried to purchase tights, and the darkest shade they had was not dark enough for me. So I would expect to be able to pay for tights.
You think there's a market there, do you?
Absolutely. I have looked into the market. There isn't anyone offering it, and it is something that people are looking for.
I wonder whether you have an understanding of the manufacturing process that is required in order to facilitate your dream.
Yes, I have found the places to manufacture. The companies, yes, I do know the factories that manufacture for the top hosiery companies, so I know where I can get it from.
OK. Now, Solomon, yesterday was maybe one of the most difficult days you've had since you've been in this process.
I found it actually really hard. I think I want to say to Lord Sugar personally, you know, my business plan wasn't up to scratch clearly. Claude gave me a bit of a rollicking.
To turn up with a business plan of 3 or 4 pages, I just don't get it.
Yeah, I was really embarrassed by my business plan. You know, I am 23. I have just come straight out of university. I can be immature at times. But the idea that I think is amazing, it will work. It's all up here. I just need to be able to give them the opportunity to put it down on paper, and now I've realised that error. That's what I want to do.
Solomon, You are a very intelligent young man, but when I appraise your business plan and think about us working together, I'm struggling a little bit. Claude reckons that you're going to go somewhere one day, but not now. Solomon, you're fired.
Hey, thank you very much. Good luck. Thank you. Can I say I actually really enjoyed the process, and thanks for being fair. I think Nick and Karen, you've been very fair and real truth throughout the process, so thank you. I am really disappointed. I would love to be in the final, but for me to make the final 5 at such a young age is an achievement in itself. I think Lord Sugar, he sees potential in me, not right now, but in the future, so I'm very happy with that.
Daniel, you started in business quite a long time ago in the markets. Now, you have got this business, good, and you're making quite a few quid per year, which is good. And I'm wondering why you didn't want to kind of take that to the next level. Because what you've put forward to me is that you want to do party planning online. You go online, you pick a venue, I'll have the bar over here, I'll put 12 tables over here, I'll order Sol Goujons for this, press the button, job done. It's not going to happen.
If you're saying to me that the structured online part's not good enough, I completely accept that. It's a branch of the business. Basically, my business plan, it's taken exactly what I've got to the next massive corporate level.
Apparently, you said to Claude that all you needed was cash, a good name, and some contacts. You sound like a criminal on the run, actually. All right, well, look, I hear what you said. Your mind's open to talking to me a bit more about structuring the business plan. Roisin, I'll be very honest with you. I'll be very honest with you. Your idea, pre-packed, low-calorie food, has given a lot of concern to me and to my advisors.
OK.
You have, with respect, no understanding of the enormous scale of things that are going to have to happen for it to be successful.
Well, I do believe that this product is something that is meeting an unmet need at the moment. And what I really want to do is be there first. This is something that really the market is demanding at the moment. And it's
Who said so?
Well, my market research is showing...
But your market research was 6 people outside a supermarket,
but also, you know, online research.
Roisin, I'm going to stick 200... Pardon?
It has huge potential.
Well, it doesn't matter. It might have huge potential for our massive conglomerate. They can literally open the door in all the supermarkets and just say, you're going to have to take it on the shelf. You're not in that position at all.
But I will be in that position.
Why?
Because I really believe if I can bring something of real quality and really something innovative...
To fight for the space in the chillers in the supermarket is like gold dust. It's like Mayfair real estate.
I understand.
And we're waiting for Roisin to come along and take the space.
This is really a huge, huge market that is going to explode.
Now, I looked at your business plan and I see that in the first year you're going to spend £750,000.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to be very conservative with my numbers, so...
That's not conservative.
Well, with expenses.
I'm going to give you 250 grand. Where's the other 500 grand coming from?
There's bank financing available.
I'm not going to any bloody banks. I'm going to prove a point here like I've done for the last few years. The whole point of this is to prove to the country that we can start a business with £250,000 and stop dreaming about other people's money.
Doesn't the scale of your ambition expose your naivety? You're taking on the world from day one?
This is perhaps one of the most disappointing things to me, is that you are a highly intelligent person that's sailed through this process, and then your business plan comes in front of me and you're adamant, you're still adamant now that this is going to work.
I definitely can make this work.
Well,
it's not just a fad, this is a consistent growth and it works.
I don't think so, Roisin. This business idea in your mind is a runner, in my mind it is not. It is with regret that I have to say to you, you're fired.
Thank you for a wonderful experience.
One more of you will be leaving this process and 2 of you will be going through to the final. OK? Step outside.
Thank you.
It's a shame about Roisin because she's been a very good candidate, but I just don't think she understands what is involved in bringing this food to the market in mass volume. She doesn't understand it. Now, as far as the remaining three are concerned, Bianca's put forward quite an interesting proposition. I'm tempted to say it's actually got legs, but it's a bit of a challenge. Mark is a very solid chap and wants to go into a business that he's actually been in and understands. But it is a crowded market. All you've got to do about Daniel is to admire his passion, his desire. You know, he's the type of fellow that, you know, work his fingers to the bone.
Yes, Lord Sugar.
Could you send the three of them in, please?
Yes, Lord Sugar.
Lord Sugar will see you now.
I've listened to your business plans. I've got to really think about you, the people, now. Daniel, your very early claim to fame was that you're a great salesperson. Do you still think you're a very good salesperson?
Absolutely. You put me selling the same products as everyone else, I will outsell 98%.
When I add together all of the sales figures for all of the people that have been in here, you're the six.
If I sold, you know, the likes of one hot tub, I would have been probably propelled right up there. And
still wouldn't have been higher than Mark.
But I can guarantee you that that'll be extremely closer than what we're saying now.
Mark, the top salesman, but, you know, being project manager, how many times was you... Once.
And I lost. Yeah.
Once. Why?
Lord Sugar, I should have fought with more passion to be project manager more than once. I'm not somebody that hangs back.
But a good business person needs to lead from the front and put their stake in the ground.
Lord Sugar, if I'm honest with you, if I leave the process, I can get a job for £100,000 a year being a salesman and punt other people's things till the day I die. I'm a very good salesman. I've risked it all to be here and take an opportunity, and trust me when I tell you...
So you think your business is superior over these two?
Oh, my God, I will blow them away in terms of earnings, without a shadow of a doubt. You could combine both of those businesses together and I would beat them in year one. I mean, Daniel hasn't got a plan. I'm a man with an established plan. Bianca's, I don't know much about ladies' tights and so forth, but I can guarantee the success of this business.
Mark saying that he will blow my business out the water is very, very easy to say, having worked for someone else. I'm making money currently in my own company, and I'm looking to expand that into a brand new company. Your money's much safer with someone that's got a proven track record, rather than someone who's working for someone as a good salesman, which, in my opinion, are 10 a penny.
Says number 6.
Yeah.
Bianca, what do you got to say?
You know, I don't want to knock either of their businesses. It seems like they have a bit of a petty squabble going on. I would prefer to say to you, Lord Sugar, I believe my business is a very good proposition. You know, the hosiery industry is worth $20.3 billion, and though I have competition, we are actually bringing something unique to the market. I know it's slightly riskier than maybe these two, but I think with your knowledge of the manufacturing industry and with my ability to talk about this brand, put the passion into it and really drive it forward, I think we could be very successful with this
Lord Sugar,
product.
I don't think it's about the risk. The risk isn't the issue here. It doesn't matter how much you're going to put in, it matters how much you're going to make. If my numbers are going to be better than hers with less risk, surely that's like more of a sound investment rather than, do you know what? I want to sell products and they're tights because it seems like a good idea. Mine's based on facts, your base is on opinion. That's a fact.
He makes a good point. He says he's in business at the moment, making blob £1,000 a year. So he's already going. So he's doing that. And you're wanting to go into a business that you're not in at the moment and start from scratch.
And I accept that. And as I said, I accept that it is an element of risk.
Whether I accept that. Well, look. Bianca, you want to go into manufacturing. It is a giant leap from what you've been doing up until now. Although it is an interesting proposition. Mark, you're a man that's done it before, wants to replicate. Whether you can transfer that on your own and do what you've done working for a company is another story. Daniel, your business plan is a little bit all over the place. But you're a man that is already doing it and just wants to grow. It is a difficult decision for me to make. Daniel, for the past 11 weeks, we've had a bit of a rocky ride, but you've come through, you've showed yourself as an improved person, I suppose, being able to get on with people. Mark, you certainly got confidence, and yet you showed last week, under pressure, a bit of strain. I'm struggling. Daniel, I don't think that we're going to go into business together, but I do wish you well, and it is with regret. Daniel, you're fired. And Daniel, I think you are a better man than when you walked in the doors here 11 weeks ago. And I congratulate you on changing your manner, and I do hope you carry on that way and you have learnt and gleaned something from it.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick, Karen, you've been amazing. Thank you very much for your time. Lord Sugar, I really appreciate your opportunity. Guys, good luck. You've done amazing. Thank you.
Well, you two, congratulations on reaching the final.
Thank you.
I'll see you on the final task, OK?
Thank you, Karen.
Well done. Quality, mate. See you, mate. Well done.
I really feel like the process was good for me. Lord Sugar has taught me a hell of a lot. It's made me a better person, a better businessman, and that, at the end of the day, is worth more than $250,000 to me.
$20-2.
Girls, can you imagine?
18 people have been fired in the last 11 weeks.
The last two standing.
Can't wait to win this.
Yeah.
I'd hate to be in your shoes, Bianca.
Let's see, eh?
Now just 2 remain. Lord Sugar's search for his next business partner continues. Next time...
Your final task is to launch your business.
8 old friends...
You got me fired, but I hate Mark more. So you've really got me behind you.
2 plans.
If I look at that straight away, I see Clim Bon Lean.
No. What? Guys, we've got some serious work to do here.
1 winner.
Jesus Christ, it's quite imposing up here, isn't it?
You are going to be my business partner.